All right, everybody, welcome into Sudden Substitution. Now, episode 400 this week was what we did for the podcast. So if you're a fan of BSB and you like these segments, we didn't have it in the episode this week, but there is a lot of classic BSB there. So go check that out if you want. But we wanted you to have Sudden Substitution still. So here we are. And this week, we're tackling everyone's favorite wraths, certainly one of the more unique ones, but Toxic Deluge out of a commander set. Toxic Deluge is
how much could that even possibly be worth, right? Like,
yeah, you think, oh, not much, right?
$5-6. It's been printed twice.
Yeah, you think it might not be that much, but it turns out it's actually about $30.
It is $30 and climbing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, out of nowhere. I honestly wasn't aware that this had spiked quite this hard, but turns out it's an expensive one now. So we have some budget options for you. DJ, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Sure. So Modern Horizons brought us Snow, and I really like Dead of Winter. This is a card that I would be playing in Gonti if I didn't run Alpha Basics. So I am not running it out of fear of it being too weak. I am running it out of fear of wasting my several $100s in basic lands.
Right. So yeah, Dead of Winter, all non-snow creatures get -X/-X until the turn where X is number of snow permanents you control. So it can even be a one-sided Wrath in the right deck. Don't know if you'd want to play that deck, but it's an option.
Yes, it is.
You know nothing, Jon
same
Snow
mana
creature.
cost. Same spell speed. You don't have to pay a bunch of life, but it's just quick and easy. Just get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'll jump in next. I'm going to go with an old school one, kind of Black Sun Zenith. Now, this is a card that, when we talk about Toxic Deluge, there's a couple things about Toxic Deluge that stand out. One of them is that it gives, it can wrath really big creatures for only 3 mana. Obviously, that's great at the cost of life. But one of the other parts of the card is that it gives creatures -X/-X, which destroys them even if they were, say, indestructible or something like that. And that is something that very few cards in Magic can do. But one of them that can is Black Sun Zenith. It's a $5 card, a lot cheaper. It's X and black. So you're going to have to spend mana to get rid of those big creatures. But what it does is it puts X-1 counters on each creature. So it works with counter synergies. It works with removing +1 counters from things. And even if you can't come up with enough mana to wrath the board with a Black Sun Zenith, you can significantly weaken the board, if nothing else. So as far as options go, it's probably one you'd want alongside your Toxic Deluge, but in a pinch, it will certainly.
There is also the non-negligible fact that you can sometimes just cast this 2 or 3 times in a game.
Yes, I forgot.
You can tutor for a Toxic Deluge, wipe the board, and then wish you had another way to Toxic Deluge that game without a reanimation, without a recursion effect. But sometimes you can just search for. You can beseech the queen, go get my second Black Sun.
Yeah, because the Zenith cycle from Mirrored and Besieged, the cards get shuffled back into your library, so it's there for you to go search out again. Jason, what do you got?
I got a card that kind of spiked in prominence when they printed Taste of Karlov and Ravnica Allegiant. This card is called Massacre Worm. Mm-hmm. When there's a battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Kills a lot of small creatures and tokens. And when that happens, an opponent loses 2 life whenever a creature they control dies as a result of Massacre Worm coming into play. Massacre Worm was recently reprinted in Core Set 2021, and not only is the price on Massacre Worm down massively, but there's also an alternate art, extended art promo version that's under $6. So I think both versions of Massacre Worm are a little bit too cheap right now, just on the basis of the fact that people are building Karavak the Spiteful right now.
Mm-hmm.
Teysa obviously is the main deck this goes in, but Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose uses this as well. A lot of recent commanders, but also past commanders, and also future commanders are going to want this effect, because it turns out killing a bunch of tokens, which are very prevalent in EDH, and dealing them damage at the same time is a very good effect.
This card kills people.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Card's great.
Massacre
I play it in Gonti.
Straight massacres
I
people.
play it in Gonti with Panharmonicon.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And on EDH Rec, Gonti is the 6th most popular deck that runs this. So it's not just you. I I really think the Massacre Worm, it's not really like a spell per se, but like it's easier to tutor for because like a lot of things tutor for creatures.
Easy to recur.
Yep, easy to recur. More than a spell, I think, and it deals a lot of damage. So I'm a big fan of Massacre Worm, and the fact that it just got reprinted. People really don't know what's going to happen with prices as a result, of course, at 2021 because the supply is really messed up. So if you have an opportunity to buy like an extended art, alternate art promo for under $6, that's really good. But honestly, like the cheapest I've seen the Core Set 2021 version on TCG Player is under $4.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no wrong way to buy Massacre Worm right now, considering it flirted with $20 at its peak.
Yeah,
so
that's absolutely a great one to slot into that spot. Well, everybody, if you like Sudden Substitution, thank you for listening. Feel free to share this video, subscribe here on YouTube, and we'll be out with these every week, so check back. We got lots of content on the channel, from the podcast to the Brain Bites to Sudden Substitutions and more. So everybody, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Engage with our videos. End scene.
Down Vortis, it still counts.